Yeah. Yeah. I must remind myself. You're hitting, I'm watching screens flicker with opinions. Billions of minions think they're running the dominions. Left and right and God and voyages screaming through their keyboards. These are views, not knowledge. Empty noise from empty warlords. I scroll in silence like a surgeon studying cadavers, cataloging patterns in the digital disasters, collecting rational fragments from each ideology, sifting through the wreckage for a functional theology. Civil war is coming, every crisis bursts a battle. When the future's on the table, all the fanatics rattle. I watch without emotion, not by choice but evolution. My mind is filled to feeling as a logical solution.
I must remind myself I'm human. I must remind myself I bleed. Somewhere between the god and the animal, there's just a man who needs to breathe. I must remind myself I'm human before I lose what's left of me. I must remind myself.
I must remind myself, what conversation could I possibly have with intellectual ants who think that common sections are advancing human circumstance? Every post a tombstone for the death of critical thought, every share a burial of everything that reason taught. I catch myself a bit in arrogance, I pump the brakes, but is it arrogance if the diagnosis is accurate and the prognosis shows a species drowning in its own significance and stakes? I carry Kazantaki's like a phantom living in my chest as ghost, the only witness to this long and self-inflicted test. I've studied humans, text philosophies, political designs, and found that I belong to absolutely none of these declining paradigms. After friendship, loves, and marriage, children, everything I gave, the only thing remaining now is bloodline in the grave.
I must remind myself I'm human. I must remind myself I bleed. Somewhere between the god and the animal, there's just a man who needs to breathe. I must remind myself I'm human before I lose what's left of me. I must remind myself.
I must remind myself, I don't grieve, not for me and not for you. The death of faith was quiet and I barely felt it move. Love is the supreme good, is superhuman. We never had it, never held it, never proved. Perfection is the limit that you set upon yourself for everything you were supposed to become and failed. Self-destruction is the output of a passion for perfection, where the passion should have gone to searching truth in every direction. I confused the two and paid in pieces on myself. They never reassembled, shattered fragments on the shelf. What do I become the moment I forget that I am human? Animal and all accountability is ruined. Superhuman and the burden grows to something crushing. Either way, there's no rest in any timeline I am touching. Now I must control my dreams. Remember them, decode them, then erase them. I must remind myself I'm human, though the word itself has lost the face it came with and replaced it with a question I'm afraid to answer.
I must remind myself. I must remind myself I'm human. I must remind myself I'm human. Remind myself I bleed. I must remind myself I bleed. Between the god and the animal, there's just a man who needs to breathe. I must remind myself I'm human before I lose what's left of me. I must remind myself. I must remind myself.
No words,
Just the sound of something that almost forgot how to feel.
remembering.
One final, the self.